Hello and welcome to the Sweet Connection.
It's not the Sweet Connection. It's just a Sweet Connection.
Oh. Yeah, but you always say that.
Do I? I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I probably do. I'm very confused.
I am your host, Laura, and with me today is some guy.
I'll be using that as the intro.
Oh.
It's more confusing than Inception, harder than an erection. It's cooler than Andre 3000. Oh, let's get ready for Sweet Connection.
Hello and welcome to Sweet Connection. I am your host, Kaz. With me today, as always, it's Jason Lewis. Jason, how you doing?
I'm ill again.
You're ill.
Again.
You're always ill.
I'm always ill.
You're weak. How would you survive it in the Stone Age?
I wouldn't. I'd be dead by 7. Not age. I mean time.
7 seconds after you'd be born and then straight away eaten by a bear.
Surely that'd be my mum's fault.
Yeah, I was like, oh, thanks,
Get
Mum,
social services involved.
for giving birth to me next to a bear's den. That's on you. Anyway, how have you been the past 2 weeks? Obviously, you weren't here last week.
No.
How have you been in the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, alright. Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
I'm great.
Ben has notes, just to let
So did
everyone
you
know.
listen to last week's episode?
I got 5 minutes in, bored and gave up.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, they haven't mentioned me, so I'm not listening.
So basically, in the past 2 weeks, all hell has broken loose in regards to Brexit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say about the show. I was like, Christ, what have I done?
No. Oh, no.
Right.
Something possibly more important than the show.
Yeah,
Brexit.
yeah.
So
Breakfast.
what's happened in the past 2 weeks?
Some laws now coming as it says that we're not allowed to leave without a deal.
Yes.
Boris has been accused of lying to the Queen and should be taken to prison.
And should be beheaded by the Queen herself.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Just the Queen struggling to lift like a massive sword.
David Cameron's come out of the shadows as well.
Oh,
Have
fuck
you seen
him.
He's
He
done a
can
TV
fuck right off
interview
back
and he's
in
got
the
a
shadows.
book. And he was on ITV earlier today. I was watching it and he's like, "Do I have regrets? Yes. Do I feel partly responsible? Yes." And I was just waiting for him to say, "Did I fuck a dead pig? Yes." But he didn't go that far.
It's exactly his fault, though.
Yeah.
So, you know,
He was that confident he'd win that he'd done it and then just got arse handed back to him on a plate.
it's like a serial killer saying that he accepts partial responsibility for murdering all the people.
It's like a serial killer blaming the victim for dying.
Yeah, whilst wearing their skin.
Yeah.
So basically, it's now British law that we can't leave without a deal. But then he has also then shut down Parliament for 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
So-
That's naughty.
So as soon as that comes
That's what he
back,
lied to the Queen about, wasn't it? To get her to agree to it, he's obviously done a lie about something.
yeah,
Done a lie.
done a lie. He's done a lie.
He's done a lie. Shit hits the fan, and we're just here for a good time.
Yeah, pretty much. So do you think we will leave on the 31st of October? Based
No.
on current... We don't. Okay, but
I don't
then
think we'll ever leave.
he said he would rather die in a ditch than extend Brexit.
And loads of people like that could be arranged. Which is a bit far, to be honest.
Therefore, if he does ask for an extension, he's going to look incredibly silly.
The EU...
Will he resign? Will he just resign?
Yeah,
It
there's
wouldn't surprise me, because he is currently in the EU now,
Yeah,
trying
but
to
he failed
negotiate
to turn
a
up to
deal.
a press conference, didn't he?
He did.
Because of protesters, and they left
Yeah.
it there, and they left his podium there. It was just like, well, he should be here, but he's hiding.
If that's not a metaphor for British politics right now, I don't know what is.
And then he was like, oh, well, the protesters were only organised by the EU members itself. It was like, well, no, it weren't, because when you walked into office and done your press conference outside Downing Street, there was also protesters. No one likes you, you moped cunt. Go fuck yourself.
Sweet connection telling you to go and fuck yourself.
He's back. Did you miss him? Well, he's back. Anyway, I've had quite a busy weekend.
I know.
On
I was
Saturday,
responsible for 50% of that.
you were. On Saturday, I had a wedding.
Yeah, which you weren't best man at.
I was not best man, no, but I was there, and that's the thing that counts.
I was supposed to go to a wedding on Saturday,
Yeah?
but I didn't go.
You think, oh, okay.
I didn't go.
Any reason why?
Went to work instead.
Oh, okay.
I was like, nah, anyway.
That is not a good sign for the person whose wedding it is, that you chose to go to work
Yeah.
over doing that. But,
You might not want to, if you want to leave that in, it's fine. But I don't care.
Yeah, so I haven't been to a wedding since your wedding. So, literally like a year ago. It was good. I had quite a strong drink because I bought a double vodka and Coke.
Caught a
and-
nutter.
Try and stop me. And then And then someone bought shots of rum, and then I thought rather than like have a shot of rum, I'd just pour the rum into my drink already.
That's quite smart.
It is quite smart.
It is quite smart. I want to put banana sambuca in a beer just because I didn't want 2 drinks.
And how was that?
Vile.
Because speaking
Absolutely
of sambuca,
vile.
after I had put in the 2 shots of spiced rum into my double vodka and coke.
So you got double rum, double vodka.
And then someone bought a shot of sambuca, and then they poured that into there, and suddenly my drink is now more alcohol spirit than it was coke. It had gone from the dark black of coke to the like sort of bottom half was like almost clear. There was like a divide halfway through the middle.
It's like mayonnaise and oil.
What?
No, what is it?
Water and oil.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise and oil. Gee, what school did you go to?
The same one as you.
Same one as me, yeah. Except that I was in the higher set classes. You were just pouring mayonnaise and oil into bottles.
Being in the higher class has done what? Nothing for you.
We're both sitting at the same desk.
Yeah.
In the same room.
And I've got a cushion on my chair, so, you know.
So, if anything,
winning.
you're winning. But, so, having said that, after that 5-shot drink, I was...
Was it tasty? What did it taste like?
No, I mean, the first 4 shots weren't so bad.
Yeah.
Because spiced rum is quite nice.
Yeah.
And you do tend to drink spiced rum and coke, that's the thing. And vodka is fairly tasteless. So adding that was not a problem. Adding like a massive shot of sambuca, it's safe to say after that 5-shot drink, I was quite merry.
Do you remember getting home?
I don't remember getting home. So we had to get a lift with Laura's dad.
Have you spoken to Laura's dad since?
No, I haven't.
You've definitely called him a bellend or something.
I didn't call
Or
her
you said, Mr. Laura's dad. Don't want to put names in.
His full name.
I'm going to fuck your daughter later.
Oh, God.
That's what you said.
Is that what this show's
That's what you said. I'm just repeating what you said.
Is that what this show's devolved into?
Yeah.
With like sort of most modern weddings, it had a photo booth with props and stuff. You know, like sort of big novelty sunglasses,
like big old moustache,
and moustaches and stuff.
I'm here with stupid.
Whatever.
Pointing back to yourself.
Yeah, there's things like that. You know,
there's a doll just in case you've got no one to take a picture with. So you can have a picture of a doll.
Is there?
If you're lonely.
What sort of doll? Did you bring your own doll to that wedding? Big blow.
This is my
doll.
+1.
And she vibrates.
Just for me.
So, it's full of people
doing
this
like
sort of classic.
Funny faces.
Funny,
fun times.
Like tongue out, big sunglasses on.
Tits out.
And me and my friend Ashley, who was the best man, thought we'd just go in there and just play it completely straight-faced. So have no emotion in our faces.
Any props?
No props. I'll show you the photo. Who's in the photo?
Yeah, you showed me yesterday.
Oh, I did, yeah.
I was trying to play it cool like I didn't know for the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, show me the photo, Ben. I haven't seen it.
We're not doing that. That is unethical. I forgot that I told you, because also I was
you
quite
told me
drunk.
the story about the drink as well.
Because also I was quite drunk yesterday as well, for reasons I'll get into. But I thought we'd just play it completely straight face.
Yeah.
And it is a fantastic
bouncers
and it is a fantastic photo, and now it is my cover photo on Facebook.
Brilliant.
That's good. So, speaking of the best man, I actually helped him with his best man speech.
Oh, yeah?
Which apparently went down incredibly well.
Well, you're not there for it.
I wasn't there for the actual speech, which is why I could help him. I'm going to take at least 20% of that credit.
Yeah. Me and Cassandra were best man and maid of honour at a wedding recently. It was her sister's wedding. And Cassandra wrote my speech for me completely because I'm lazy. And everything that I said to put in there, she didn't because she said it weren't funny. And I went first, and my speech was like, oh, yeah, funny, hilarious, like, clap, well done. I was like, yeah, thanks, yeah, all me. And then Cassandra done her speech, and her speech shat all over mine, even though she wrote mine. Like, mine was good, but then hers like another level. And she was just gloating about it the whole night. I was like,
are you slightly worried now that I will have Cassie as my co-host if she's funnier than you
probably.
On the show?
She's probably funnier than me, yeah. So, my job is under threat.
Gotta work hard for it. But, so what tips would you have for someone listening who is trying to write a best man speech?
I would
slag off the groom.
Slag off the groom. Say the bride looks nice, then slag her off. Slag the venue off. Claim to have a better offer to be somewhere else. Slag someone else off. Talk about how great you are. Say something nice about the groom. Toast.
Okay.
That's pretty much it, isn't it?
Okay.
I'd say that's the basis of it.
Okay. He was quite insistent upon not saying anything bad about the bride. We were going to focus entirely on the groom.
What I said on my one was, blah, 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 blah. Then I got to the bride. I went, Kira, unlike a lot of things, this speech isn't about you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then just went back to the
That
groom.
is absolutely savage.
And then I went back to the groom. And I said that, and then I said, but all I will say is fates will bring a Joel into my life.
What was her reaction? Because that is quite down to the bone.
Like, she laughed. She played it off, but it was...
That is real
That's good,
savage.
isn't it?
I really like that.
I, to be fair, I had probably about 50% of that joke in the speech. Because I don't wrote the rest. But yeah, good at it. See, that's what you got to do.
I'm not entirely sure about
Sorry,
that.
am I just distracting you from, like, a farming simulator or something?
Oh,
on your laptop? You watching porn?
I'm not watching any porn. Also, speaking of weddings, I had my finger measured today for a wedding ring. My ring is size T. I don't know if that's big or small.
I don't know what size I am, but you tried my ring on, didn't you? And it just about fit.
And it seemed to fit, like, quite well.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the feeling of it on my finger.
I give it about a week, and then you forget it's there, and it's alright. My only advice is take it off when you're working with, like, I don't know.
Hot chicks. No? I was going to love listening to that.
I meant like chemicals and shit.
Chemicals?
Yeah, because if you get it like under your ring.
Since when are you working with chemicals?
Well, you know, like job? Soap and all that lot.
I'd say soap is hardly a chemical. If you get soap under your ring, I'd certainly hope there's no adverse side effects.
I don't know, like bleach or, I don't know, stuff.
Why are you bleaching your hand?
You know, you've got to clean the bathroom after murdering someone.
Why are you bleaching your ring?
Get rid of the blood. No, honestly, give it a few days and you'll forget it's there.
I don't want to give it a few days. I have worn Laura down to the point where she now knows that I will not be wearing it full time, and all I have to wear it for is for the wedding day and for the reception party, and that's all I've got to wear it for.
So, reception party?
Yeah.
Do you need a best man for that?
No.
Can you have a best man for that? Can I do a speech anyway?
Sorry.
You just saw that.
I just saw you balance that half pint of lemonade on your knee next to Laura's laptop.
I'll tell you what though,
which contains her university work. Jason,
not bad, is it?
Don't fucking do
that.
I'm getting. It's nearly
stressing you out.
It's nearly as bad as that time I got trapped horizontally under the coffee table.
Brilliant.
So I only have to wear it for at least.
You'll
2
forget
days.
about it and you'll wear it quite a lot of the time.
I don't know if I will though.
You get like this little dent that happens in your
don't
finger.
want a dent in my fucking finger. Is that unreasonable? Anything that's helping my case more.
You're very selfish.
I don't want my body to be changed or dented.
You're very selfish.
So I wouldn't go that
Do you know
far.
that? Why did you get a tattoo?
I said I'd happily get.
I got my wedding date tattooed on my arm.
That's exactly what I said.
I was going to get that on my finger, but my tattooist wouldn't do it.
Really? Why not?
Because apparently they fade quite easily.
Really?
But really, on a finger like that gap, you could just get it like that.
So is your tattoo of your date, is that in Roman numerals?
It is, yeah.
That's exactly what I said to Laura.
Yeah, and then it's underneath.
And she was like, no, that's real lame.
And then it's underneath a... fuck you, Laura.
It took you a while to...
And then it's underneath a tattoo that me and Cassandra share. Matching, that's what I was looking for. Fuck me.
You don't share a tattoo.
I was struggling.
You don't have to rip it off at the end of each day. And
I have it every other day. She has it.
She literally rips the skin off you. She sellotapes it to her arm. See, I'd be fine with that. I mean, I'd probably rather not get a ring tattoo because I'm slightly iffy about getting hand tattoos in the world of work.
Yeah, but if you get it on your wedding finger, you could just say, look, you know, I'm allergic to jewellery or something bollocks, and then you'd be fine. And if you get a little something like that, they won't be able to see it. And also, if it does get like that, then what you could just do is use your ring to cover it up when you do wear it.
So use the ring that I didn't want to wear.
Yeah, but you got to have
then
it,
cover the tattoo that I didn't want to get.
You're not going to buy an expensive ring then, are you? If you're only going to wear it.
I'm not buying any fucking ring. But then also, because Laura wanted to get like a real expensive, nice posh ring for me. And I was like, it's absolutely pointless to spend an obscene amount of money on a ring that's going to spend 99% of its life in a box under my bed. So...
Well, you put on a chain or wear it as a necklace.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't really like that thought either.
Why don't you?
It's better than wearing it as a ring, don't get me wrong.
Why don't you get your nipple pierced, cut the ring, and then just hook it through?
Why just wear the ring as a nose ring? The world's thickest nose ring. It's like half a centimetre
Get your eyebrow pierced.
Just
get everything pierced and just get loads of wedding rings and just wear them everywhere. Get your tongue pierced with a wedding ring. You'll never be able to close your mouth.
God, that is fucking...
Get a Prince Albert.
Oh, imagine, how would they even get like a normal wedding ring at the
I
Prince
reckon you just have to cut it, wouldn't you? Like, so you can put something like through it. Or get a massive one and wear as a cock ring.
Yeah, maybe wearing a ring isn't so much of a big deal now. You're supposed to get your Prince Albert. Laura, I've changed my mind. No, I haven't. Anyway, so that was the Saturday. Believe it or not, we were talking about a wedding a few tangents ago. We were talking about a wedding. But on the Sunday, it was your son's christening, which you went to. Now,
yes.
I was still a little bit drunk from the
I
night
noticed
before.
when you turned up.
Yeah, I was swimming. All right, I was seeing stars, and I was like, I don't think I should be in a church while drunk. That's
why I
sin.
didn't hand you off. That's why I gave it to Laura. Because I could see you just sort of like...
You see me slightly wobbling.
Yeah, you were struggling.
When you do that you do when you're drunk, and you know that you're trying to catch your breath. So that's why we sat at the back of the christening.
What's the problem with sitting at the back?
The problem of sitting at the back of the christening is that because that took part with the
normal
Sunday service, and you were at the front, and all of the other normal worshippers were not at the front, they thought me and Laura were just random worshippers, and they kept talking to us about Jesus. And I was just like, and they kept being nice to me, and that really pissed me off. I was like, I don't want to keep on having to say hello to everyone. Fuck off.
The amount of people afterwards at the, I don't know if you saw.
They love to be talking and be friendly.
Yeah, at the tea and coffees at the end of the service.
I want to stand in silence.
I just want to form a queue and stand in silence, alright? I was waiting for my tea and tap. Quite a lot of old people came up to me and kept taking after. And I'm alright with it.
Without your permission?
Well, I'm alright with it because, I'm like, oh, God, get jazz for someone else. If Cassandra was there, because she disappeared to go set up the hall, if she was there, she would have kicked off. But there was this quite funny because this old woman was like, oh, can I have a cuddle? And I was like, go on then, because she was a little old lady.
Is that with me or the baby?
You needed one. And I passed Arthur to her, and I could see that she was struggling because he's a heavy baby now.
He's a big boy.
And he just went, oh, he's a big boy. And they started crying. And she tried to put him in a pushchair, and then he dropped him.
Fucking hell.
I haven't told Cassandra that. So if you're listening, darling, I'm lying for content for the show.
That's okay.
But yeah, it was a good day, wasn't it? Good day.
It was a good day. And then we went to the local social club.
Yes.
And I had a few
bar
more
was
drinks.
Quite cheap, wasn't it?
Bar is quite cheap there. It's good there.
There was a donut wall. Just so
I've never seen a donut wall before.
But it's quite a good idea, isn't it? A wall full of donuts.
Laura was insistent that I get one of the donuts from the top because she thought that all the kids would be fingering the donuts at the bottom. So she was like
fingering the donuts.
Yeah. So she was like, no, can you please get more from the top? I was like,
could you reach the ones from the top?
Yes, I could fucking reach ones from the top. I'm not like a fucking midget, am I?
Close.
I'm not a circus midget.
Close.
I'm 6'1", Jason.
Oh yeah, alright.
As we know, I am 6'1".
And I'm the Pope.
That is what it says on my Tinder bio. Actually, wait a second.
Your grinder bio. Yeah, it was a lovely day. And it was really hot yesterday as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very warm.
Which is weird. It was like we were going back to August.
Yeah.
And today's been really shit.
Yes. And that is our summer officially over.
Yeah.
We can now date stamp that summer.
Boom.
Done. Now it's Christmas
Finito.
next. I am looking forward to Christmas.
100 days to Christmas.
I like Christmas and I like the summer because you can drink during the day on both of
You're
them.
such an alcoholic.
I'm not really one for spring or autumn.
If Laura ever left you...
That does nothing for me.
If Laura ever left you, I give it 2 years before you die of alcohol poisoning.
See, the thing is that
2 years is quite long. That's quite nice to me.
See that?
Fuck it, 6 months.
Except from on Saturday, I don't really drink to the point where I'm really drunk anymore. Even though I drink quite high volumes, if it's beer or cider, it doesn't really affect me.
Say Laura left you, 9 months' time, you'd be sleeping on a park bench with bottles of vodka around you. I'd try and take Arthur to the park. And you're asleep on a bench. I'm like, go wake up Uncle Ben.
Show Shall we do the show, Ben? Yeah, fine. So I think now I do tend to drink more moderately, and I sort of spread it over more days. So it used to be that I'd go on a Saturday and I'd buy a big 20-pack of beer, and I'd drink half of it on the Saturday night if I'm going out, and then I'd drink the other 10 cans throughout Sunday. And I didn't like that. But now that I have
You're not hungover on Monday?
No. These 10 cans for me is fucking nothing. If it's beer...
That's a lot of piss,
If it's
though, isn't
10 cans... I know it's a lot of piss, but 10 cans of standard beer, for me, I can power through that
Which
during
is
the
carling, people, by the way.
day. Not always. Mostly carling. But now I have started to have a few on a Friday, so I buy the same amount of beer.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, so now I have bought the same beer, but it's like spread over.
So 5 on a Friday, 10 on Saturday, 5 on Sunday.
Yeah. Something like that. And I find that I'm much happier with that.
Okay.
It's more moderate.
That's like saying I'm not a coke addict, but I just do little every single day.
I just do 3 lines on a Friday, 5 on a Saturday, 3 on a Sunday.
Oh, Ben. I can't wait to start waking you up on a park bench. You might actually have some hair then.
That's good. I'm not even showing what you're insinuating. Anyway,
That you'd be so scruffy that you won't get a haircut, that's what I'm saying.
Moving on. In the past 2 weeks, there has been a massive hurricane that has been affecting parts of America and the Bahamas. Anyway, more importantly on that, did you see Trump and the hurricane map that he changed with a Sharpie pen?
No.
Okay, this is going to get real weird, but I'm going to try and explain the story to you.
Okay.
Basically, out of nowhere, Trump sent a tweet that said parts of Alabama will be hit by the hurricane. No other weather agencies have said Alabama will get hit by the hurricane.
Did you just do it for shits and giggles?
He just did it because he's a fucking idiot. Anyway, he said that, and then 20 minutes later, the sort of National Weather Service put out their tweet saying it is not going to hit Alabama.
Did it?
No.
Oh, right.
It will hit places near Alabama, so it will hit Florida, but...
What doesn't hit Florida?
Every hurricane hits Florida. But then he kept on insisting that it was going to hit Alabama and that it was always meant to hit Alabama.
Then he tried to make the hurricane.
And it then all culminated in him standing in front of a map which showed the path of the hurricane. Obviously, that isn't going to be near Alabama, but then someone had added on in black Sharpie an extra ring over the thing that then included the state of Alabama. And it was clearly someone him probably just drew in a marker pen on this official, it isn't even the same colour.
Oh, I've got it.
You got it. So you see that the map in print is a white outline, and then someone has added in black Sharpie pen an extra little bubble that then happens to include Alabama.
Do you think he'd done that,
now,
in all seriousness, just to make that look like a cock and balls?
It's
because it does.
It's possible.
It now looks like a cock and balls.
It's possible. Now that technically is a federal crime because
really?
you cannot alter weather forecast maps of that type.
Can you not?
It's weird. Anyway, it has been really weird, and he's been saying that he's right, even though that was never the case, and the hurricane didn't hit Alabama. Whatever. Moving on. We're going to finish the show by doing verses.
Fight!
That's enough of that. So, speaking of Trump, who were in a fight between Donald Trump and Donald Duck?
Donald Duck, because he's got no pants on, so he's ready
Ow.
to party.
How's that going to help?
Because he's not afraid. He's got his dick out.
He's not
What's
afraid
worse gonna
to
happen?
swing his dick, his duck dick, and then
Dick duck.
teabag Donald Trump to death. He's going to smother Donald Trump with his duck testes. Yeah? With his
Do you
duck
know
eggs,
Duck's
so to
penis
speak.
is like all-
Wavy?
Yeah, all like
Wavy.
yeah. Should you know that?
No. Is that true? Who knows?
I'm pretty sure it is. Google it.
There is no way to look it up. We were in a fight between Tom Cruise and Thomas the Tank Engine. I think if it was a normal man versus a train, I'd bet on the train. Tom Cruise is insane, and I think he could beat up the
He's also
train.
the same height as you, though. 5'2".
He's not 5'2". I'm taller than
Just.
Tom Cruise.
By like centimetres.
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to go for Thomas the Tank Engine.
No, I
Because
think...
I reckon that bastard could derail himself and still do some damage.
Well, I think Tom Cruise would jump on board the speeding Thomas the Tank Engine, and he'd then derail him. And
Question
he
is-
would then jump away as Thomas rolls into a fireball.
Question is, say Thomas the Tank Engine's going in a straight line, and he hops at the back and goes through the back door.
Yeah.
Has he just gone through his arse?
In a way, I think he has, yeah.
That's how he's going to do it.
Actually, no, you know what? He hasn't. Because Thomas is only the first carriage. That must be how it works.
Well, okay, so he goes through Thomas's first carriage through the back door. Has he penetrated him?
I don't think he has.
Given him a prostate exam?
I don't think Thomas's carriage has a back entrance. I think it's sealed up.
Where's the poo go?
He's a train. He doesn't poo. Jesus. This is basic stuff. Anyway, I think...
Where's the fat controller in all this?
I think that this whole beef started because Tom Cruise and the Fat Controller had an argument and then Tom Cruise broke his neck.
Oh, right.
And that's why Thomas is trying to kill him.
I'm going to go for Tom Cruise then.
I think Tom Cruise can do it. Now, this one is slightly different.
Well, because the previous two have been...
It's more of a question.
Okay. So you're not playing by the rules?
Well, it's my segment. How many Boris Johnsons would it take to defeat one Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? So, how many flop-haired politicians?
62,487.
Exactly that?
Exactly that.
Not one more or less?
No.
No.
You think about the time, it's about 3 seconds per one. And that many, I reckon, by that time, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would get tired.
He'd have died of old age.
Yeah.
Which for him will probably be about 65 because of all the steroids and growth hormone.
Whoa.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I have to throw in allegedly there, or we will get...
Yeah, but then also, you've got to think about what The Rock's taken. Not just Boris Johnson.
Having said that, I think, if you told Boris Johnson that if he defeated The Rock in single combat, he would then solve Brexit, I think he'd give it a damn good go.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to throw a few haymakers, I think. But I think it's going to take, I'm going to say 10 at once. If you saw 10 Boris Johnsons running towards you...
Well, I think the way you got to think about it as well is remember when Boris Johnson took out that kid when playing rugby?
And that was with ease.
And that was just one.
Exactly.
So maybe,
imagine 10. Imagine the whole
maybe
rugby
62,000 is too many.
I think 10 could do it.
I think, okay.
I think,
at once.
Yeah, so they run at him in formation.
So is it 10 individual Boris Johnsons or one Boris Johnson the size of 10 Boris Johnsons?
That's a different question. It's 10 individual Boris Johnsons.
Okay. How many times Boris Johnson has won for Herson, do you reckon?
Okay.
Boris Johnson to the power of 3.
Here's a separate question. Would you rather fight 10 Boris Johnson-sized Boris Johnsons or one Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson-sized Boris Johnson?
Oh, right, okay. Cool. Imagine
a Boris
Johnson's Johnson's head on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's
That's exactly
body.
what I'm talking about. I'd rather fight the 10 Boris Johnsons.
I reckon he'd try and pick his nose and fail because his arms so... And then that's how he'd die because he's got, too many bogeys.
Okay, we have got to end the show on that because this show is just descending into madness now.
Kevin Hart.
We're officially ending the show now. So I say thank you, everyone, for listening. And
apart from you, all Johns listening, we're not thanking you. Who's gonna be disrespected next week? You got to tune in and hope it's not you.
Well, yeah, but you're not here next week because you're having your operation.
Heads up, all Glorias next week who listen to the show. Don't bother.
See you later, guys.
Yeah, see you in a couple of weeks.
So, Jason, where can you get more Sweet Connection in your life?
Well, Ben, we are on Facebook at Sweet Connection Podcast, and we're also on Twitter at SweetC_podcast. So you can give us a like or a follow.
And you can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Spreaker. So if you enjoyed the show, you can give us a rating or a review or recommend to a friend.
And if you wanted to email in a topic or a question or just say hi, it's thesweetconnection@outlook.com.
And if you like this show, you should definitely check out all the other amazing podcasts on the No Please Don't Network. Visit www.nopleasedon'tpodcast.com. Massive thanks to CIPP and Carlyle Laurent for all of our jingles. Thank you for listening and catch you next time.
Sweet connection.